why he has to head down to the ground, because the wind is blowing outside. And the fact that he's getting over a phlegm vacuity, we don't want wind to bombard his internal organs. So, with the sun on his back is recharging his kidneys, his 125D, his cortisol. Also, giving warmth to the back deals with all of the organs themselves, the kidneys, the liver, the spleen, the pancreas, your lungs are on your back as well. So because of the fact that he had a vacuity, his phlegm was yellow-green. That means it was heat going into infection. So with it coughing up and coughing it out, now it's changing colors back from yellow to white. Once it gets clear, it is out of the system. That's how phlegm operates. You warm it up enough for it to become its clear state, and then you get it out your body. If it becomes cold, it will jelly, it solidifies. Hence, the sniffing. You coughing, you waking up with mucus coming out everywhere, and it's thick. That's cold. When it's warm, it runs. It's supposed to come all the way out. When it starts draining, you sniff, you cough, and you spit it out. You do not swallow it because you're digesting it and it's going back into your system to go back into your body. So when it's not, you don't eat it, you let it come out, you get it out your body, and then rinse. So anytime you sniff and cough, you drink water. It flushes it right out. Water is not your enemy, but it can be your enemy if you don't use it properly. So that's why he is getting heat on his back. And just from looking at the heat vapors that's coming off his back, his actual kidneys are absorbing everything. He didn't have to pull his shirt up. It did it on its own. That's nature. That's nature doing its job. It's too cold for him to go out barefoot. He's getting over vacuity. Sickness will come to your feet faster than anything. The doorway to your kidneys and everything is in your feet. So when you take care of your feet, it takes care of the way you walk in life as well. And because of the fact that he is good and he's going to be soon a teenager, right now he is discovering himself, his identity. So he is bonding with Earth. So his identity, when it comes to him, is not a shock to him. It's a realization. And he will be more susceptible to growing and going further in life and receiving the proper information for his spirit and inner spirit and his outer spirit to grow. It is a process of development, lifespan development. We all go through this. So what he is getting is something that a lot of us did not get as children. When we were growing up, we had an understanding how to love yourself and love nature, but not to this magnitude. If we were not here in this country, if we were actually in our homelands, yes, we would get it every single day from the time you come out the womb up until the day you can walk out your house and be like, okay, mom, dad, I'm gonna go get married. And you're 27, 28 years old. You are not grown at 18 by far. You're just having an understanding on adulthood. You are a young adult. And by far, I wish people would stop the nonsense, thinking they kick your kids out at 18. That ain't what you do. You give them a shack and teach them how to live on their own. You don't kick them out the house, you teach them how to live on their own. And by the time they're 27, you got your career ahead of you, that you're working it just fine. You know exactly what you want to do out of life. You know who you are, and you know the mate that you want to actually come to you and be there at the right time. You don't have no children, you don't have any responsibilities but you. That's why 27 is a prime age. It's the number 9. You have completed all of the youth stages. Adulthood is upon you. That's when you grow. When you're fully aware of everything around you and yourself.
Yes, sir.